Oh man, we gotta wait for French, man.
We're here.
Run and get French. It wouldn't be Thanksgiving if you wasn't starving.
The Diddy scandal just took a shocking turn, and now, Young Miami is caught in the crossfire. TMZ just dropped a jaw-dropping video that has everyone talking. Just when people thought things couldn't get more complicated in the investigation surrounding music mogul scene Diddy Combs, a new twist has emerged, and it's putting rapper Young Miami right in the middle of a federal investigation. Young Miami, one half of the rap duo City Girls, has been quietly supporting Diddy behind the scenes for quite some time. Most thought she was just a loyal partner. But now, she's under intense scrutiny after being arrested and connected to a $6 million deal that raised suspicions. That deal, reportedly involving no clear exchange of goods or services, is being labeled as a zero-cents transaction, and some insiders believe it could have been hush money. Even more shocking, Young Miami has now been named in a federal lawsuit filed by a woman who claims Diddy not only assaulted her, but also got her pregnant. The same woman says Young Miami tried to talk her out of keeping the baby, adding a deeply disturbing layer to the ongoing drama.
Happy birthday to you!
That wasn't good.
I want you to
That
sing
wasn't
the top
good.
of your lungs.
Oh, no, that was the top of my lungs, though.
If you don't feel it, let's not do it.
That was the top of mine.
Feel it.
The real explosion happened when TMZ leaked a video that's now being used as key evidence in the federal case. And this isn't just any clip, it's reportedly linked to Kim Porter's final days. Kim Porter, the mother of 3 of Diddy's children, died in 2018. Her death was officially ruled as pneumonia, but many close to her were never convinced. Sources claim the leaked footage was found in a hidden closet inside a safe filled with files, phone backups, and other sensitive material. That same closet reportedly held items the feds are now using in court. What's worse, people close to the situation are saying Young Miami had access to that exact safe. The video allegedly shows the moments before Kim's health started failing, and some claim it even captures something being slipped into her drink. If these rumors are true, this footage could confirm that her death wasn't natural. Investigators believe this could be the missing puzzle piece that connects several disturbing events across multiple years. It turns out Young Miami wasn't just hanging around Diddy for the glamour. Sources now say she may have been involved in moving key evidence from state to state, including videos, financial documents, and possibly even phones with recorded conversation. She's also been accused of protecting Diddy's public image instead of helping one of the women who came forward with allegations. The woman, whose identity is still being protected, says Young Miami pressured her to stay silent about what happened and to avoid going to court. And remember that strange $6 million deal? Federal investigators think it could have been part of a bigger scheme to move incriminating material quietly, away from the eyes of law enforcement. They're also looking into private flights Young Miami allegedly booked under other names to avoid detection. Those flights are now being examined for carrying sensitive data, hidden cash, or even illegal substances. Insiders say Young Miami has already been brought in for questioning, and although much of that process is being kept under wraps, people close to the case believe she's just the beginning. If she decides to cooperate, the fallout could reach many others in Diddy's inner circle artists, staff, and even other celebrities. While the investigation swirls outside the courtroom, things are already heating up inside. Diddy's trial has officially been scheduled, and jury selection is underway. In cases like this, court proceedings can drag on for years. But not this time. This case is moving fast, and that's usually a sign that prosecutors have strong evidence and don't want to waste time. At the center of this trial is a woman the court refers to only as Jane Doe.
Inside, as prosecutors claim the disgraced mogul masterminded a 2-decades-long sex trafficking ring.
Her identity has been kept secret to protect her from outside pressure or threats, but insiders say she's the prosecution's strongest witness. Not only was she reportedly in Diddy's house, But she may also have secret recordings that could prove what happened behind closed doors. Sources say her story connects every piece of this puzzle, from the leaked footage and the mysterious money transfers to the hidden safes, and even young Miami's role. If what she says lines up with the video TMZ just dropped, it won't be about gossip anymore. It'll be about patterns of abuse, intentional cover-ups, and a carefully planned web of manipulation. To understand why this footage is such a big deal, we have to look back at what happened in 2018. Kim Porter was found dead in her home in Los Angeles. Her death was officially linked to pneumonia, but those who knew her well were suspicious. Friends say Kim had recently been saying she felt like she was being watched. Some even say she was considering writing a memoir before she passed away. Now, the video released by TMZ paints a darker picture. It allegedly shows Kim in a state that doesn't match the symptoms of pneumonia. Instead, experts say it looks more like she was drugged, possibly without her knowledge.
Feels that it was some foul play in her death.
This kind of involuntary sedation raises serious questions about how she really died and who might have been involved. The most disturbing part? Diddy's name keeps surfacing in connection to that day. Reports say he was at her house, made phone calls, gave instructions, and told people what to do before the authorities arrived. Investigators also found a stash of prescription drugs in the same closet where the video was kept, drugs that were not prescribed to Kim. There are now claims that young Miami had digital copies of that footage on her phone, possibly saved in cloud storage. If that's true, and she knew what was on the tape, her legal trouble might be far from over. While Kim Porter's story is gaining more attention, Cassie's past experience with Diddy is also being re-examined. Cassie was in a long-term relationship with Diddy for more than 10 years. On the outside, she appeared quiet and supportive, but her previous legal filings tell a much different story. Cassie has accused Diddy of extreme control, emotional abuse, and even physical threats. She said he dictated every part of her life: what she wore, where she could go, who she could speak to, and what she was allowed to post on social media. She wasn't even allowed to leave their hotel room without his approval. When she tried to break free from the relationship, Cassie claims things turned violent. In one of the most alarming accusations, she said Diddy forced her into inappropriate situations with other men, and later used that footage to blackmail her.
Reiterate what is the essentially was something that Cassie said she learned about through Sean Combs about a year into their relationship. He described it as voyeurism, wanting to watch her have sex with someone else. And she said that she did it because she was 22, 21, she was young, she didn't know any better, and that she wanted to please Sean Combs.
Although she's now married and expecting another child, Cassie has stayed quiet about the latest developments. Still, her words remain on record, and prosecutors are said to be closely reviewing everything she said before. If her timeline matches the new evidence, it could further strengthen the case. This is where things start to spiral outward. People are now asking who else was around Diddy during all of this. Who else knew what was going on and said nothing? Big names like Kanye West, Michelle Williams, Lauren London, and French Montana have all been seen at Diddy's events or collaborating with him in some way. While there's no proof that any of them were involved in wrongdoing, their names are being brought up as people who might have seen something or been paid to stay quiet. In fact, insiders claim Diddy's inner circle was trained to protect him. Some say names were put on guest lists for events they never even attended just to make things look legitimate. Meanwhile, actual guests were allegedly left off records to cover the tracks. There are also reports that Diddy's homes were set up for control, with security teams and staff told to monitor who came and went. Some guests were told they were attending music events or parties, only to find themselves in situations that were hard to leave. Whether you call it a criminal empire or a twisted form of control, the structure Diddy allegedly built around himself is now being dismantled piece by piece. And finally, we come back to the biggest mystery, Jane Doe. No one outside of the courtroom knows exactly who she is yet. But what's clear is that she's not just another person making accusations. She is considered the prosecution's key witness, the one who could bring everything down. Sources say Jane Doe has more than just stories. She has emails, recordings, and even flight logs showing who traveled where, when, and with whom. She was part of Diddy's private circle. She went on the same trips, stayed in the same homes, and attended the same events. She saw what happened, and now she's speaking up. There are even whispers that she's already handed over a sealed file of evidence, or that she's waiting to testify in front of the jury for maximum impact. Either way, Diddy's legal team is in full damage control mode, trying to delay the case and shift the narrative. But if what Jane Doe says is backed up by evidence, and it lines up with Cassie's and Kim's stories, it could be the end of Diddy's empire. This story is far from over. With Young Miami now tangled in a federal case and Jane Doe getting ready to testify, we're watching what could be the fall of one of the most powerful figures in the industry. The secrets, the safes, the recordings, it's all coming out. And what was once brushed off as rumor is now becoming hard evidence. If the allegations are true, this isn't just about Diddy anymore. It's about an entire system built to protect power at any cost. So now the question is, what happens next? Will more names come forward? Will the truth finally catch up with everyone involved? Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think Young Miami knows? And who do you believe Jane Doe really is? Could she be the key that unlocks it all? If you've been following this story from the beginning, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next update. This is just the beginning, and as always, we'll be right here breaking it all down for you. Stay tuned. Stay woke.